All right, it is freezing out, so I'm gonna do this in my dirty garage right now. But here is the Jim Bowie Prime right next to the original Jim Bowie, at least the model, one of the models I have there. First thing you'll notice, look at the leg difference. Pretty significant. Also look at the wheel difference. You can see the casters much wider compared to the older model. So a huge difference there. You still have the same sort of side shelf, but you got this handle with some hanging things, and then the front shelf, which is not foldable. Of course, on the new controller, you've got two food probes. You've got the window on the hopper, and you've got the bottle opener. In the back, it's a 12-volt plug. You still have the pellet escape. Nothing else has changed back here. Of course, the window in the lid, which you can, that's tough to see there, but you can see through when you're cooking. The drip tray and grates haven't changed fundamentally. There's a couple different drip trays out there. I'm going to show you the heat shield in a second. Similar. Slightly different when I flip it upside down. See, there's the inside of the original. This heat shield has a way to slide it back and forth with the handle. This one screws like this. You can pull this all the way out. That's what that handle looks like. Hey look, Lootin' Booty behind that window. All right. You're gonna have to bear with the filming. I'm holding the camera with one hand. There's the heat shield, slightly different. So it's got a bit of a wraparound that hopefully holds some heat, and then that slides on the track. In the original, you see the track is just that tube. Yeah, ashy. Just that tube that goes to the fire pot. On the new one, you've got a wider track, and the fire pot essentially the same width. And then you've got that tube that goes to the vacuum hole. You can see there's not a whole lot of ash. I ran this for about 2 hours. Between 450 and 550. But I'm gonna try and clean it out anyway. I'm gonna put it back together and just use a vacuum. To get to the ash port here where we can vacuum out, simply on the right-hand side, unscrew. And then you can see there's a small hole. It seals up so we don't have any air leakage out here when it closes. But we're gonna try and vacuum out that port and see what happens. Okay, somewhat feel like a dummy. But what I've noticed is that hole actually connects to the fire pot. So it did clean out quite a bit of ash there. It didn't suck all the pellets, but I was also just using a Shark vacuum. I didn't use my shop vac, just wanted to see what it did. But you can clean out the fire pot this way. And you can vacuum out right there. Notice the bucket is slightly offset. It's closer to the back of the smoker. And if we look inside, you can see the hole is actually over there in the corner. Same concept, just slightly different. Gotten several questions about the pizza oven. Does it still fit? And the answer is yes. It's not quite the same. It still fits right over the square, but you are going to notice that it doesn't sit exactly the same in there. Full disclosure, I'm cooking on it tomorrow night for the first time, but I fully expect it to work just like it always has. I'm shaking it here. I mean, it's in there plenty sturdy. It just sits a little higher. Let's see if I can show you that. It's just a little bit higher than that lip because it doesn't quite go down thanks to that track that the heat shield slides on. Yeah, old Jim Bowie prime action. Going through its inaugural startup sequence. Already opened a beer. That. Maintaining 450 degrees, it's about 10 outside. We got some Wagyu brisket burgers here. First go on the Bowie Prime. Sizzle heaven. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Look at that. Got a little peeping Tom window for our brisket burgers. Something else, man.